What's going on, everyone? So it's going to be very interesting to see how do the Lakers address their center position, right? Now, I think more likely than not, if you want a clear-cut starting level center, the guy that you're like, okay, this is our guy for the next, 6 years, whatever, you're going to have to do that via trade, which means you're probably going to have to overpay, which means you're probably going to have to pony up a lot because no team out of the kindness of their hearts are going to want to help the Lakers, especially if they're the team that ends up making the trade and making the move that makes them title contenders and win a championship, right? Part of the reason people were upset about the Luka trade, outside of Dallas fans, of course, was not because, Luka was necessarily traded, but it's because they were traded to the Lakers, right? Because that's a big thing. Lakers have a history of fleecing teams, winning championships every decade, every 10 years, right? Every decade, right? So no team is going to want to help them. And teams are going to know, hey, guess what? You want this guy? It's going to cost you, right? So obviously that comes down to Rob Pelinka, his capability of negotiating, working things out, right? And finding the best value. And in a lot of ways, that's probably who our starting center is going to be. What is the best value? Is it Nick Claxton? Is it Daniel Gafford? Is it a Mark Williams? Is it whatever, right? That's probably who is going to be our starting center? It's a question I get asked a lot. Who do I think is most likely? I think it's the guy that is the cheapest for the Lakers to acquire, asset-wise, because they don't have this treasure trove of assets. They don't have this well that they can just tap into. And it's we can overpay for a Nick Claxton because it's fine. We got 7 more draft picks that we can, use as leverage to go get everything else. Because the Lakers need more than just the center position, right? Need some athleticism out on the perimeter. You need some 3-and-D wing depth, right? You need a lot, right? Lakers, in my opinion, need 2 centers, right? And then at least two, just athletes out on the perimeter, right? Whether you can solve that via trade, free agency, whatever. It's not a great free agency market, so it's kind of limited on what you can get. But I do think that there's a version where the Lakers can kind of work that out. Luka elevates. We're seeing him and his transformation and stuff. LeBron, if he has another good year, there's a version where the Lakers could be where we need them to be, right? I'm also okay with the Lakers going into a, sort of gap year. Talked about it before, right? Lakers just kind of, hey, let's go get a Clint Capella and a Brook Lopez, or a Clint Capella and a Jericho Sims, and then stick with Hayes or Kolok or whatever, and is our third center, and wait for that right move to pick up, right? Because I've talked about it. I don't believe the Lakers need a all-star level center, at least right now, right? Because even a Mark Williams, I would love to have a Mark Williams. He'd be great, right? But at best, he is your 4th option, right? Because he's not going to be an option above Luka, LeBron, and Austin Reeves. So best case scenario, he's your 4th option. Now, if they end up trading Austin Reeves, then yeah, okay, well, maybe now he's your 3rd option, but still, right? Now, in a post, LeBron retires in a year or two, right? Maybe Lakers now consider trading Austin Reeves, then yes, maybe going and getting a guy like a Mark Williams to go be a 20-10 center, maybe he makes more sense because you need the offensive production, right? That could be a thing. But right now, as it stands, pun intended, right? I don't think the Lakers just need a guy that can rebound, defend at the rim, right? And then, provide some athleticism, right? Be that lob threat, protect the rim, right? Rebound. There we go. That's the one. I don't think I said rebounding, right? You give me those 3 things, Lakers are set. So a Clint Capella could do that easily. I've talked about it. Jericho Sims could do that easily, right? You need some size on the inside, right? I see a lot of people, I mention Jericho Sims all the time. A lot of people are why would Jericho Sims? Because he's the ideal prototype, right? He can jump out of the gym. He rebounds well, right? He can block shots, and he's also 250, something like that, 245, whatever, right? So he's just like a bigger Jackson Hayes, right? And it's you could sure stick with Jackson Hayes, but I would prefer more size. It's the only reason. I don't look at Jericho Sims as oh man, he's that superstar center, right? But he's a guy literally you just throw it up. I mean, go watch some of his games with the Milwaukee Bucks. There was a play. I don't remember if it was in the postseason or not, but no, it had to have been in the regular season. But this was right before Dame's injury, right? where Dame got trapped. He's like falling. Jericho Sims is like under the rim and he literally just like throws it up. Like just like a Hail Mary. Just throws it up. And Jericho Sims like jumps up there and just gets it and slams it home. And I was just like, that Lakers need that so badly, right? Like that's usually why I mention them. But getting away from the point, right? Point is that I'm okay with the Lakers going with, a Clint Capella and Brook Lopez or Jericho Sims or whomever. I'm okay with the Lakers trading for a center, whatever. My concern is that the Lakers go and solve the center position, whatever way it is, whether it's going and getting it in free agency or going and pulling off trades. And then the Lakers sit on their thumbs and that's it. Because yes, a center alone would do wonders for this Lakers team. Right? If Lakers could get two legit set, like if you told me Lakers added Clint Capella and Brook Lopez next season, that alone would do wonders for the Lakers. Don't get me wrong. And there is probably a version of that where the Lakers are contenders because Luka appears like he's motivated and ready to go. But are they like true contender? Absolute, like they're the team you're looking at and going, yeah, they're winning championships. Maybe, I don't know. But you know what would make me feel that way? If we got Clint Capella, Brook Lopez, and then you went and made trades for perimeter depth. Right? I've talked about it. Like, I don't care. Like, Lakers don't have to trade for a center if they solve their center position in free agency. But I don't want them to solve their center position in free agency and then just wait and do nothing else. Right? Now, if something later on comes down the road or something, then sure, maybe. But like I'm not saying the Lakers have to solve everything this offseason, but you need to solve most. Right? So like, for example, let's say the Lakers sign Clint Capella, Brook Lopez, and then like a DeAnthony Melton. Right? And then, let's say they go and whatever, pull off some small trade. Like pick a guy. Right? And then it's like, okay, well, we got our center solved. We got, basically two perimeter guys that can help. And then are active going into the trade deadline, then fine. Right? But my concern is that we get you guys wanted a center. We got a center. I got you. What more do you need? What more do you want? Right? Like, we're good. And just like, and then we get to the end of next season. It was like, hey, there was just nothing available, right? Like, hey, we solved the center position. That was great. Like, we're going to look to see if we can get younger. I just don't want that. That's my fear is that we end up getting that again. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. Pass question to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot to enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.